just let it be known now. Making these thumbnails, like holding these shits, I swear my wrist just broke. Back from the hospital, wrist fixed. Nah, but hi guys. It's been like years. That's how I feel. I feel like it's been forever since I sat in front of this camera and told you guys what I've been reading or what I got. So let's just get into that. So I went to 2 different Barnes and Nobles. I went to one that's really close to my house, and I usually go to that one, but for some reason I just really wanted to go to the other one. My boyfriend was like, you know what, we're going that way anyways, we could stop there. So that's what we did, and their manga section is top tier, bro. I'm gonna have to make an effort to go there a lot more. But with that being said, I got 2 mangas. I didn't go crazy, but I'll go back there. I have more fiction, fantasy. I have a kind of like a language learning book. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what it is. But yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So the first one that I got is Seraph of the End. If you have me on Instagram, you've seen that I actually watched the anime. But they don't have a new season coming out, so I decided to start the manga because the manga is still ongoing, or so I hear. So I decided to start it. This is about like an apocalyptic world, humans kind of fallen, and vampires are on the rise. So they basically took over the world, and our main character wants to kill these vampires, and he has his own reasons why. And in order to do that, he has to master a cursed gear in order to kill these vampires, and it's really good. The anime was like really good, so I don't know why they don't have a fucking new season already. But yeah, so this is Seraph of the End. This shit is fire. I don't know anybody other than me and like this other person on Instagram that answered one of my questions. He knew about it, and I was just like, holy shit, because I don't know anybody else who knows about this. But it is fire, so underrated, yo. But yeah, so give it a try if you have not heard about it and you like vampires, fighting, cursed gear, you know, shit like that. Definitely give this a try. Okay, so the next one I got is Parasite. I've been hearing so much about Parasite that I was just like, you know what? I need to get this shit. At first I was like, no, because parasites and shit like that creep me out. So I know reading this, I'm probably going to be like wanting to come out of my skin, but I mean, even the cover, like this shit, ugh, I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this to myself.
But I'm gonna do it to myself
because I heard it's fire. So this is about, I guess, parasites taking over these human bodies and controlling them. So I'm gonna read the back. So it starts off with, says, silent invasion. I like that. Have y'all ever seen The Faculty? That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. But anyways, it says, they arrive in silence and darkness. They descend from the skies. They have a hunger for human flesh. They are everywhere. They are parasites. Alien creatures who survive must invade and take control of a human host. Once they have infected their victims, they can assume any deadly form they choose. Monsters with giant teeth, winged demons, creature with blades for hands, you know, yada yada. But they could also conceal, so like you wouldn't even know that's the kind of powers they have. So no one knows their secret. Nobody knows that they're even there. Only like one ordinary high school kid who knows, because he is actually fighting the parasite in his body. So yeah, it's basically saying, can he find a way to warn humanity of the horrors to come from these fucking parasites? So I heard that him and the parasite actually like get along and they kind of work together. That's what I heard about it. So yeah, this is the other one that I got. I'm probably gonna read this tonight and then decide if I want to get part 2. So yeah. Okay, so the next one I bought is A Heart of Blood and Ashes, and this is what it looks like. So in this book, we follow, I think, a guy named Matic. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. He basically is seeking revenge from the corrupt king who murdered his parents, and he was led to believe that the daughter of the corrupt king is the one who actually led his parents into their death. And so he kidnaps this girl, and he's actually shocked by who she is, because even though she's supposed to be like some big warrior queen, she's actually kind of small and weak, and the only thing sharp about her is her tongue and her mind. She ends up actually trying to strike a deal with him that they get married, and together they actually go after her father because she hates him just the same as he does, or even more. That's all I really know about it. I don't know anybody who's ever read it. I didn't even look at any reviews for it. I just read the back and that intrigued me. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not? And plus it was like $8, so Why would I pass that up? Yeah. Okay, so this next one, I'm gonna be completely honest and say I don't know anything about this shit. It is Bear and a Nightingale. I keep hearing about it. I heard about it for a while and I wanted to give it a try. I didn't want to basically watch any reviews. I didn't want to hear anybody else talk about it. So basically all I got from this is we're following a young girl who, her family and her village, they're real big believers in honoring spirits and stuff like that. And so her father gets remarried and his wife is basically an asshole and she's like, we're not honoring any of them. All that shit, I'm just gonna prep you to be married to some dude that I pick for you, basically. And so the young girl, I think her name's like Vasia, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, she knows that there's gonna be consequences to that. She's like, bro, like there's no way evil within the forest is gonna let that shit slide, like something's gonna happen. And I guess she's right and shit starts to happen to her and the village. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. Yeah. So the next one, I've actually read this. Full disclaimer, I read the whole entire series and I fucking loved it. If you don't know by now, I'm really into like apocalyptic worlds. I love that shit. Give me some zombies, give me some deadly fucking virus, give me you guys are gonna die in 30 days, you know, shit like that. So I found Praying for Rain. This is what it looks like by BB Easton. It's so short, guys. I flew by these shits. I have the other two on my Kindle, but I decided I actually wanted to buy them, but started with this one because it was actually in the store, which I did not know that they actually have these in Barnes & Noble. But yeah, so in this world, we are following Wes and Rain. And Rain isn't afraid to die. She's kind of like, fuck it, it is what it is. We're gonna die in 3 days. I'm not gonna fight none of this shit, whatever. And Wes is like, dude, I'm going to survive. So basically in this world, they all started to have dreams, like the whole entire world, and it was basically like the 4 horsemen saying that they were gonna die in a matter of days, and people started to kill each other and then kill themselves, and they caused the apocalypse on themselves in a way because they just fucking wreck everything. They kill each other, they fucking rob everybody. It's just stupid. So Rain meets Wes when she's getting like beat up. Like she's at a restaurant and I think she had like medicine on her and the fucking crowd went crazy and started whooping her ass and he stepped in. It's them kind of working together, him trying to get her to want to live and show her that they can possibly live past these 3 days. It is so good, guys. I gave this a 4-star and I think I gave the other ones a 5-star. I enjoyed it. I really did. And honestly, there was a twist that I did not see coming. I'm gonna be honest, in this, I think it was the last part. It was like the end of the 3rd day, and I was just like, what the fuck is gonna happen? And then something happened, and I was like, really? Like, damn. Like, it just made me really sit there and be like, you guys are fucking dumb. But anyways, yeah, definitely will recommend this for those who like to read about the end of the world, I guess. So the next ones that I got, I don't really like these covers. I might buy the other ones. I didn't even know they sold them like this. So this is The Beautiful. I actually read this one. It was in New Orleans, so you know I was gonna read it. And then this is part 2, and I haven't read this one actually. So this girl named Celine, she actually lived in Paris. She was a dressmaker, and then some shit happened, and they sent her to New Orleans so that she could be safe, and they fucked up because she is not safe there. There are vampires, there are witches, there's mad shit in New Orleans. And she meets Sebastian. Sebastian is like some like powerful dude. He's human actually. And she's kind of like intrigued by him and his group of people that he kind of runs with. So the girls at this convent that she is there with, they start to die. And so she's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? So she's trying to solve that. And I think she thinks that he's doing it, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, it's about vampires and murder mystery. Yeah, I probably explained that horrible and you guys are like, I'm not picking that shit up, but it's actually pretty good. But anyways, so the Ex Hex, I picked this up. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, so I was like, dude, I'll be stupid if I don't pick this up. I like witches. I like the whole, oh, you're gonna break my heart, I'm about to put a hex on you then. What the fuck you thought this was? Basically, this girl, she is nursing a broken heart, and she's like, you know what, I'm going to hex my ex. And she thought it was just gonna be like a bad hair day or something like that. Like nothing huge where she was like, you know, you're gonna die, but more like you could just gonna have a really bad fucking day. And then we also follow Reese. He's a descendant of the town's ancestors. He was only supposed to go there to do something and then leave. But her hex actually had a serious effect on the town, and now her and Reese have to work together to figure out what the fuck happened, how to fix it before it's too late, basically. And obviously they're probably attracted to each other. That's what I see happening. I mean, there's probably them right there. So yeah, I like that. Give me some witches, give me some romance. Definitely gonna read that. The next book, I actually grabbed it as soon as I seen it because I was like, oh shit. So this is Kingdom of the Curse. This is what that looks like. I actually read part 1. Hold on. So this is part 1, Kingdom of the Wicked. So basically, I can't tell you about part 2 because I don't want to spoil it for nobody, so I'll tell you about part 1. In this, we are following Amelia, and she has a twin sister who goes missing. Nope. She does not go missing. Her twin sister is killed, and like they're witches, and they don't tell people that. Obviously, they kind of hide it. And her twin sister, they just help the grandma and stuff like that with the restaurant that they have. And she ends up going to like look for her sister one night, and she finds her at a church. I think she's like in a wedding gown, and her heart is ripped out. And there's a dude basically, I think, standing above her. I think he was eating the heart, but I'm not entirely sure. I read this I think last year, so I've read a couple of books since then. But yeah, so she's like, I'm gonna get revenge for my sister. So she does like magic that she's not supposed to be doing, and she summons one of the princes of hell. I think it's 7 of them. So she ends up summoning Wrath the Wicked, and he is kind of like bound to her, and they're trying to figure out who killed her sister, and it goes deeper than she thought, and it's just a lot. So this is part 2 to that, where it kind of picks off what happened at the end, because some shit happens at the end. When I got to the end of this, I'm gonna be honest, I was just like, why? Like, no, you can't end it like that. The fuck? So I'm really excited to read this. Yeah. Okay, so the next one that I got, my boyfriend actually got it for me. As soon as I seen it, we were actually buying some of the stuff at the cash register, and sometimes they keep the books in the back. And I seen that shit, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot that came out. He seen it, me see it, and then he was like, oh, I'm gonna get that for you. Nora Roberts, The Becoming. I am a huge Nora Roberts fan, you guys. Like, well, all this right here is Nora Roberts, and this is here, and then all up here is Nora Roberts, and I got some books behind that's Nora Roberts. I am in love with Nora Roberts. I'm gonna just say that right now. And they coming out with a new movie that's gonna be one of the books up here, and it's gonna be my girl Phoebe from Charmed. Say less. But anyways, I can't really tell you about this because this is part 2 to The Awakening, and I haven't read this yet because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read this when I have this, so that I'm not like, fuck, I gotta wait forever. So yeah, it's about, I think, like dragons and some girl who was being called to kind of like enter this realm, and she didn't know what the fuck was going on, and the dragon is the one that's kind of like calling to her. I'm not entirely sure, but I trust Nora Roberts with everything in me, so I know I will not be disappointed. Definitely like her series with like magic and stuff. If you guys do not know, dude, Nora Roberts, like, she literally knocks that shit out the park. So yeah, if you are hesitant on her, you are tripping. That's all I'm gonna say to that. She's just a fucking boss, bro. So I loved If I Stay. I liked the book, and I loved the movie. So the book, I actually have the movie. Okay, so yeah, this is the book, If I Stay, and then this is the movie, and I love them. I love everything about this movie, and I love everything about this book. And I read this a grip ago, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I never got part 2 of this. I guess like once you finish something and you kind of get into other books, you kind of forget along the way. But I was watching If I Stay the other day, and I was just like, dude, I never fucking finished Mia's story. Like, who am I? I'm tripping. So with that being said, y'all know what this is, right? Dude, Prime Amazon be coming in for the kids. So I got part 2, and this is Where She Went. So I had to. I'm super hyped to start this, honestly. And then I got Japanese from zero. So I am actually trying to learn Japanese. I've always wanted to learn, but I don't know, dude, it's intimidating. Learning a new language, period, is kind of intimidating. But Japanese and their writing system, dude, it's just like they have katakana, kanji, I think it's like hiragana, like it's just a lot of shit. So I've always like kind of like put it off. And then I was like, you know what? Let's start. So basically it's like little stuff. I haven't started it yet. I'm actually waiting for 2 more books to come in and my notebook that I wanted to kind of like have it be my Japanese from zero notebook. But yeah, thanks for watching. I definitely appreciate it. I'm sorry I was gone for like 2 weeks. If you have any recommendations, feel free to leave that in the comments. If you know anything about learning Japanese, if that is your first language, if you learned through another book, because I know there's like the Genkai books, I just wasn't sure if it was a good starter for like self-teaching. If you know anything about those, leave that in the comments for me, please. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my video and if you know, want to see more content. So until next time, guys.